Today's news highlights. Date May 5, 2025. News highlights: Warren Buffett announced on May 3 that he would step down as CEO of Berkshire Hathaway at the end of the year, and the 94-year-old said that he would be succeeded by Abel in the future, and he would still serve as an advisor. This year's shareholder meeting, which attracted nearly 20,000 people, is considered to be Buffett's last full participation. During the meeting, he talked about concerns about the U.S. fiscal deficit, stressed that trade should promote cooperation rather than become a weapon, and was optimistic about Japan's investment prospects. At the same time, he reminded young people to choose mentors and friends, and to value their passion for their work over salary. News highlights: Taiwan and the United States recently launched the first round of negotiations on tariff entities, and Taiwan was listed as a priority for along with South Korea, Japan, and Vietnam, and the two sides had in-depth discussions on issues such as tariffs and non-tariff barriers. The Economic and Trade Office of the Executive Yuan said that the atmosphere of the talks was harmonious and hoped to promote bilateral economic cooperation. During the period, the exchange rate of the new Taiwan dollar surged to 1.247 yuan intraday on the 2nd, and financial experts believe that it may be related to the news of the negotiations. Although the appreciation of the new Taiwan dollar is conducive to attracting capital, it may also affect exports and the asset evaluation of the life insurance industry. News highlights: amid tensions between the United States and China, the CIA publicly released a Mandarin recruitment video for the first time on May 1 to encourage CCP officials to defect, drawing global attention. Du Wen, a former CCP official, analyzed that this move has the dual purpose of intelligence collection and psychological warfare, and the CIA aims at the fear of officials under the anti-corruption pressure of CCP officialdom and provides a way out. Du Wen believes that if the United States can properly resettle their families, it will attract a large number of senior CCP officials to seek defection, but the number of people with real valuable intelligence is limited, and the threshold for departure and technology is high, and whether the United States accepts it is still the key. News highlights: the new Taiwan dollar rose 1.247 yuan intraday last Friday, 2nd, the largest single-day increase in nearly 14.5 years, hitting the integer level of 31 yuan, an increase of 5.33%, which attracted market attention. Foreign capital inflows, exporters repatriate funds, and investors exit the market safely, contributing to the herd effect. If it continues to rise below 30 yuan, it needs to rise by more than 4%, which is not easy. The focus of the foreign exchange market observation is on the trend of foreign capital and whether the central bank will intervene, and it is estimated that the short-term new Taiwan dollar will fluctuate between 30.2 and 30.8 yuan. News highlights: the United States and Taiwan completed the first round of substantive negotiations on tariffs, and the legal person deduced 3 scenarios for Taiwan stocks. If the tariffs are reduced to 10%, Taiwan stocks can challenge the annual line of 22,292 points. Between 10% and 20%, it is estimated to rise to 21,235 points. If it exceeds 20%, it is afraid of backtesting the low. With the focus on semiconductor tariffs, Trump may offer a high tax rate of more than 25%, but the policy variables are large. In addition, the appreciation of the new Taiwan dollar and the outcome of the Federal Reserve meeting will also affect the short-term trend of Taiwan stocks. Experts warn that standing above 21,000 points is a technical rebound and should be done cautiously. News highlights: Warren Buffett announced that he would step down as CEO of Berkshire at the end of this year and be replaced by Vice Chairman Arbor, symbolizing Berkshire's entry into a new era. The 94-year-old Buffett threw out shocking news at the shareholders' meeting, and the shareholders in the audience gave a standing ovation. He said that he will still be involved in the company's affairs in the future, and the final decision-making power will be handed over to Abel. Warren Buffett is also optimistic about the cash opportunity in the next 5 years, and praised the performance of Apple CEO Tim Cook. As for global fiscal policy, he admitted that he was more worried about currency depreciation and fiscal risks caused by the government. News highlights: the United States is expected to announce the details of the semiconductor tariffs on May 7, but the response has been cold in the countdown to the public comment reply, with only 10 comments received, causing concern in the industry. If the opposition is insufficient, the Trump administration may interpret it as starting the tax without strong opposition, which may pose an impact on TSMC and other index manufacturers. The survey focuses on national security, foreign subsidies, and supply chain risks, which affect the future trend of global semiconductors. News highlights: the 2026 Tainan mayoral election will start the DPP primary, and Chen Tingfei and Lin Zhongxian are fiercely competitive, and the two sides have clashed many times. According to the analysis of public opinion, the voices of the two are evenly divided, and the community discussion is the most concentrated, and the keywords revolve around the DPP, unity, etc. Lin Zhongxian criticized Chen Tingfei for cooperating with the Kuomintang, and the negative voice was nearly 4 times that of his opponent, causing controversy. Chen Tingfei emphasized intra-party unity and won the support of some party comrades. The outside world is concerned about whether party chairman Li Qiang will intervene in mediation to avoid the expansion of internal friction within the party. News highlights Wang Xiaofei and Taiwanese wife Mandy, Ma Xiaomei, rumored that they would have a make-up wedding, but Mandy's ex-husband Robert had a public dialogue and evidence, accusing her of cheating in marriage, taking men home many times, and even calling the bed so loud that neighbors complained. During the conversation, Mandy gets emotional and shouts, "Don't push me to death." Robert said that exposing the truth is to oppose cyberbullying and rumors, and hopes that this incident will not be repeated. News highlights Yang Junhua called on the public to be more vigilant against fraud, and the aunt who shared a friend was defrauded by high-tech fraud, mistakenly believed the call from her boss, and remitted 400,000 yuan one after another before realizing that she had been deceived. She stressed that no matter how credible the caller's identity is, you must have the courage to call back for verification, do not send money easily because you are shy or embarrassed, and be vigilant that fraud methods can imitate voices and phone numbers, so be careful to identify them. News highlights Su Weining announced that she was pregnant for nearly 4 months, and she and Chu Ziyi had been married for more than 3 years, and ushered in the crystallization of love for the first time. The two originally had a natural attitude towards having a child, but now they finally got their wish, and their relatives and friends were happy. Su Weining was actively preparing for pregnancy in the past, but recently she has significantly reduced her exposure and adjusted her work and rest. Once touched his belly at the Golden Bell Awards ceremony to cause pregnancy speculation, and now the news has been confirmed, and he is even more happy. News highlights in the Beishadan Mizu incense activity, when a female believer who participated for the first time shared and distributed the marriage goods, she was snatched by a crowd of people, and some people even reached out directly to grab it, which made her tremble with fright. Although she was frightened, she still thanked Mizu for her blessing and warmth, and said that the marriage goods could still be obtained through the club lottery. The incident sparked discussions among netizens, with some criticizing some believers for being rude, while others called for treating them with kindness and keeping the original intention of incense. News highlights after the well-known lawyer Liu Kaiyuan admitted that he had an illegitimate child, the child's biological mother published 10 articles in a row to expose the inside story, accusing Liu of threatening her with publishing the transcript of the conversation when she was interviewed, asking her to choose go to hell or cooperate with a friendly parent's script. The biological mother accused the other party of using emotions as an excuse to avoid fatherhood, but continued to manage her career and media image, and bluntly said that her children have never been put in the priority of life. She finally retorted, "What right do you have to use the plow? And I hope that my own experience can make single mothers no longer lonely." News highlights recently, Taiwanese writer Fish Slurry Couple shared that a Japanese vegetable farmer said that cabbage does not need to be cleaned piece by piece, which sparked heated discussions. Taiwan's strongest vegetable farmer Lin Jiaxin retorted, pointing out that cabbage may be mixed with bird droppings, foreign bodies, and pesticide residues during the growth process, and should still be thoroughly cleaned. He even criticized the statement as stupid b, bluntly saying that if you don't wash it, it is equivalent to accepting the smell of fermented feces and foreign matter, emphasizing that food safety cannot be compromised. How do you usually clean cabbage? News highlights the U.S. government's tariffs on imported auto parts came into effect on the 3rd of this month, resulting in an average price increase of more than 100,000 yuan per car, hitting the export of parts from Japan and South Korea, and adding to the financial difficulties of the Austrian heavy machinery brand KTM. KTM's parent company currently has a debt of about $62 billion, and if it fails to repay at least $20 billion this month, it may declare bankruptcy. Due to the shortage of parts, the production line is expected to be shut down until the end of July, and the outlook is worrying. News highlights on May 2nd, the new Taiwan dollar saw the largest one-day increase in history, soaring by 9.53 jiao, 3.07%, which caught importers and small and medium-sized enterprises receiving US dollars off guard. Many industry players were furious and directly called the central bank to protest, criticizing the central bank for allowing appreciation and not intervening immediately, and even questioning, "Can't you let the Taiwan dollar depreciate?" In the face of tariffs and exchange rates, the technology industry urgently launched the hedging and price increase mechanism, while small and medium-sized enterprises fell into the brink of survival, and the industry sentiment heated up significantly. News highlights Avant-Garde, a well-known Japanese dance company, is known for its uniform dance style, with members wearing the same blue dress and wigs with bangs. Recently, member Nona released a video of the company's uniform being removed, showing the striking contrast. She first danced in a standard uniform, and then changed back into her private clothes, revealing her small belly and showing off her charming figure. The video received 230,000 views in just 2 days, causing fans to be amazed. Avant-Garde has come to Taiwan many times to film and has performed at the Golden Bell Awards. News highlights according to the forecast of the Meteorological Department, the weather on the 6th will be affected by the first front. Localized brief showers or thunder showers are expected in the western half, Yunnan and Hualien, while there will also be localized brief showers in Taitung. There will still be a chance of sporadic brief showers in the north, with a slight change in weather. As for the high temperature, it will be between 29 and 33 degrees Celsius in various places, and there is a possibility of local high temperatures above 36 degrees in the mountainous areas in the south and southeast, and the weather is hot and humid, so it is recommended to remember to bring rain gear and hydrate more when going out. News highlights: the new Taiwan dollar has continued to appreciate strongly recently, and the exchange rate of the new Taiwan dollar against the US dollar broke through the 29 yuan mark again in early trading today, 5th, an increase of more than 1 yuan, which made the market react enthusiastically, and people have opened the bank app to exchange currency, but there was also a traffic jam in the banking system. Due to the large amount of traffic used in many banking apps, users are unable to log in or complete the exchange procedures, and some people even need to wait for several minutes to complete the process. News highlights: Dr. Su Kitkin shared the weight loss experience of a female patient who successfully lost 24 kilograms and stabilized her blood sugar by changing the order of each meal and drinking a plant-based protein drink before meals. In the past, she always ate starchy foods first, which caused her blood sugar to rise rapidly. After adjustment, eating protein first, e.g., meat, fish, soy products, stabilizes blood sugar and promotes fat burning. According to studies, this eating sequence not only reduces insulin secretion, but also increases enterin levels, significantly lowers blood sugar after meals, and improves tiredness and productivity. News highlights: the beginning of summer is the 7th of the 24 solar terms, marking the beginning of summer, usually on May 5th, 6 or 7 each year. The beginning of summer in 2025 this year is Monday, May 5th. At this time, the temperature gradually rises, the rainfall increases, and everything grows vigorously. There are a number of traditional customs and taboos in Lixia, including eating pork knuckle noodles to nourish the health of parents, eating eggs to prevent discomfort in the summer, and avoiding sitting on the threshold, all of which are related to health and praying for good health. The beginning of summer also reminds the public to maintain their balance and prevent mosquito bites. News highlights: the first batch of 11 sets of HIMARS multiple launch rocket systems sold to Taiwan by the United States has been delivered to Taiwan in 2024 and trained at the Army's 58th Artillery Command headquarters. According to the Ministry of National Defense, the first batch of 16 ATACMS tactical area missiles with a range of 300 km was delivered on January 7, 2025, and it is expected that all 64 ATACMS will be delivered in the first quarter of 2025. This batch of military equipment is part of the 29 HIMARS systems and 84 ATACMS purchased by China from the United States, and the second batch of deliveries is expected to be completed from 2025 to 2026 to further enhance the combat power and threat capability of the National Army. News highlights: last week, the Taiwan dollar rose against the US dollar by the largest increase in history, and continued to be strong on Monday, appreciating 1.54 jiao at the opening to open at 30.91 yuan, and breaking through the 30 yuan level under the massive selling of dollars in the market, reaching a maximum of 29.59 yuan, appreciating 1.474 yuan, a new high since June 2022. The Taiwan dollar rose to 30.77 yuan on Friday and finally closed at 31.064 yuan, appreciating by 9.53 jiao, the largest single-day increase since records began in 2002 and the highest exchange rate in nearly 16 months. News highlights: actor Huang Zhenjie passed away due to illness at the age of 31, and the farewell ceremony was held on May 3. The family thanked all walks of life for their support and hoped that Zhenjie would have a good journey. News highlights: Makio said on the show that Rainy Yang was red and didn't recognize anyone, which caused the other party to deny and angrily denounce the rumors, and the two sides exchanged fire in the air. The numerologist analyzed the horoscopes of the two people, saying that they had fallen into a criminal relationship and were destined to fall out and distrust each other. News highlights: Hong Kong actor Wei Junsheng was injured in an accident while filming, with serious lacerations on his neck and chin. He posted photos of his injuries on IG, thanking the crew for taking care of him and blessing his father. The agency said that he is currently in good health and is recuperating. News highlights: lawyer Liu Kaiyuan has recently been deeply involved in the illegitimate child turmoil, and the turmoil has not subsided so far. The biological mother published a number of long articles in a row, accusing Liu Kaiyuan of evading her father's responsibilities and emotional control, and even tried to prevent her from being interviewed by the media. Although she once claimed to be willing to take the route of friendly parents, her actual behavior and words were inconsistent, which made the birth mother finally criticize, "What qualifications do you have to use the lava?" It has aroused widespread concern and discussion in the society. News highlights: Ms. Minko Honda, 92, has the secret to longevity: eat natto for 3 meals a day, and keep exercising, such as push ups and kicking a ball, to keep her body flexible. She has been working at McDonald's since she was 67 years old and loves to interact with people, believing that work makes her feel less lonely. Her story reminds us that staying healthy is not just about diet and exercise, but also about being socially active and mindset. News highlights: the new Taiwan dollar continues to appreciate, breaking through the 30 yuan mark today, 5th, which is not good for exporters, but good news for people going to Japan. The exchange rate of the yen returned to the sweet price, and the new Taiwan dollar fell from 0.2351 to 0.2089 against the yen, which made the people happy, but also caused the online banking app to crash. Netizens reported that Cathay United Bank had to wait for more than 5 minutes to log in, while Taishan Bank showed a large number of logins, and many people were eager to exchange for cheap yen. News highlights Yang Gaimei recently suffered from shingles, and her health turned on a red light. Despite a full schedule and multiple awards, including Best Supporting Actress at the Golden Horse and Best Supporting Actress at the Asian Film Awards, she failed to get a good rest, resulting in a shingles attack and missing the golden treatment period, which lasted for 2 months. She said this was the second time she had shingles, and this time it was more serious than the first. After recovering, she relied on exercise to recover her body and accompanied her mother to move her muscles and bones. News highlights the recall groups in the 4th to 8th constituencies of Taichung today, 5th, sent the second-order signatures to the election committee for announcement, of which Liao Wuxiang, Huang Jianhao and Luo Tinggui achieved 140%, 150%, and 169.3% respectively, and Zhang Qichen had 22,776 copies. Physician Du Jinj pointed out that if the successful petition of other constituencies is added, it is expected that more than 200,000 citizens will support the recall. The election committee will review the number of copies, and if they are insufficient, they will be returned and given time to make up for them. The boycott still called on the people to continue to sign the petition. News highlights a Chinese technology company launched a quantum robot that claimed to achieve immortality, which caused a large number of netizens to ridicule, and some netizens even suggested that it should be given to Xi Jinping. Soon after, the company reported another out-of-control bot attack. The footage shows the robot suddenly going into rampage mode after activation, swinging and chasing the fleeing engineer until another engineer turns off the power. The incident sparked online discussions, with some fearing that the robot would spiral out of control and expressing doubts about its awakening of autonomous consciousness. News highlights on the 4th day of the Beishaden Mizzou incense activity, at 5 o'clock in the morning today, 5th, the Mizzuluan sedan chair passed through Dongming Middle School in Daonan Town, Yunlin, and was supposed to go straight, but suddenly made a sharp turn into the campus. Teachers and students knelt at the gate and shouted "Mizzou, I love you," and after seeing Mizzuluan sedan chair entering the campus, everyone cheered enthusiastically and thanked Mizzou loudly, and the atmosphere was touching. Netizens left humorous messages, praising the principal and students for getting up early to greet Mizzou, and ridiculing good students to arrive at school first. News highlights Bang Kiao Far Eastern Department Store's Bang Ben's Hung Toast recently had an incident in which a customer was dissatisfied and was reminded to leave. At 3 p.m. on the 4th, due to the peak dining period, the staff notified customers that they needed to leave to make room, but the customers not only threw menus, cups, and plates on the ground, but also deliberately spilled drinks on the table and turned over the table, causing chaos on the scene. Afterwards, the customer even beat the store manager with a cane, and the store lost about 1,950 yuan. The police have accepted the case and will investigate. Netizens condemned the act and called for it to be dealt with. News highlights a girl in Kaohsiung accidentally spilled 300 cubic centimeters of water on her way to an Uber, wetting the carpet inside her Tesla. The driver demanded that the cram school pay 500 yuan for water absorption, and then demanded that the chassis be dismantled for inspection, and claimed 41,000 yuan, including vehicle maintenance and business losses. The parents questioned the unreasonableness and asked for the original factory estimate, but the driver failed to provide it, and threatened to block the girl at the school gate, so the two parties went to court. Uber customer service believes that a settlement has been made and recommends seeking legal assistance. This incident has sparked heated discussions about whether it is reasonable. News highlights Jiang, Lin Jialing, recently shared her entrepreneurial achievements in the past 5 years, and revealed that she bought the company's office and thanked her father Lin Misha for his support. Jiang's father is a well-known second-hand car dealer in Da'an district, worth about 3 billion, and his accurate investment vision allows him to have a number of stores for rent. Jiang's father had purchased real estate in cash, including the estimated value of 300 million yuan on Chongshun Road, and the property on Songjiang Road, which foresaw the development of the shopping mall. Lin Mishu also helped Jiang avoid fraud, and exposed the case of fraudulent housing and reloan fraud, becoming a real estate expert in everyone's eyes. News highlights numerologist Gao Fujin predicted that a major earthquake may occur in Taiwan around the 7th lunar month, and pointed out that the risk of earthquakes in China, Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, and the Indochina Peninsula will increase. In addition, Ryuki also predicted that an undersea volcanic eruption would occur on July 5, 2025, causing a 40-meter height tsunami that would spread to Taiwan and other places. Gao Fujin also reminded that the world may face water shortages in the middle of this year, especially in North, Central, and South America, Europe and East Asia, which need to be prepared in advance. News highlights the new Taiwan dollar rose more than 1.3 yuan intraday on the 5th, breaking through the 29 yuan barrier, with a cumulative increase of more than 5% this year. Funds poured into asset stocks, and stocks such as Taiwo, Taifeng, and Shishi Paper once turned on the red light. Bank executives expect that the Taiwan dollar may strengthen further, and the key to the market outlook lies in the increase in foreign capital and the return of funds from exporters. According to the analysis of legal persons, the appreciation of the Taiwan dollar usually drives the strength of Taiwan stocks, but it may cause foreign exchange loss pressure on the export industry. Datung will focus on power equipment and new energy to promote the growth of the equipment market. News highlights Wang Xiaofei and her current wife Mandy will hold a wedding in mid-May, but Mandy's ex-husband Robert broke the news that he was cheating in marriage and provided evidence and intimidation recordings. Robert has publicly alleged online violence and has reported the case to the courts. Mandy responded that it would be handled through the judiciary. Wang Xiaofei supported his wife, and her mother-in-law Zhang Lan also spoke out, accusing Robert of having extortion motives, and sharing a long article in support of Mandy, emphasizing the stigmatization and harm of women. News highlights Duolingo announced its transformation into an AI-first company, which will stop hiring outsourced workers that can be solved with AI, and incorporate AI skills into recruitment and performance evaluation. CEO Louis Feng AHN pointed out that AI can boost productivity and replace the slow content production process, and while the transformation will be gradual, the goal is to eliminate inefficient processes and allow employees to focus on more creative and valuable work. The company emphasizes that the introduction of AI will not replace employees, but improve work efficiency. News highlights the U.S. Ukraine mineral agreement marks a deepening of economic and military cooperation between the two countries. The agreement establishes the U.S. Ukraine Reinvestment Fund, which will be jointly managed by the U.S. and Ukraine, with Ukraine retaining ownership of the resources and determining the scope of exploitation. The United States will inject funds in the form of direct investment or military assistance, and the Ukrainian side will invest 50% of the proceeds into the fund for the development of air defense systems and other military assistance. The agreement does not address Ukraine's debt to the United States and plans to reinvest the fund's profits in the country for the first decade. News highlights Trump announced 100% tariffs on all films produced outside the United States, accusing the repatriated American filmmakers and studios of destroying Hollywood and posing a national security threat. He emphasized that other countries offer incentives to attract U.S. film and television talent. The exact implementation of the measures, which has not been made public, could have an impact on Western studios, especially Disney, Paramount, and Warner Brothers, especially as China has reduced imports of American films. News highlights during the May Day holiday, a cruise ship capsized in the Liaochang River scenic area in Guizhou, causing 84 people to fall into the water, 9 people died, 1 person lost contact, and 70 people were sent to the hospital without any problems. The accident occurred when 4 boats capsized under a strong wind. There was speculation on the internet that the accident was due to overloading, but Xinhua reported that the vessel was not overloaded. Witnesses said that the weather changed abruptly, with low visibility caused by rain, hail, and strong winds, which caused netizens to pay attention to the safety and management of cruise ships. News highlights in order to prepare for the recall, it is rumored that Li Qiang may carry out a cabinet reshuffle after the 520s and before the recall vote, and use discursive members to form a fighting cabinet. Among them, Minister of the Interior Liu Shifeng and Minister of Economy Guo Zhihui were named. In response to the rumors of the reshuffle today, Liu Shifeng said thank you for your advice, and said that she did not know whether it would be reshuffled into a fighting cabinet, and suggested that the media ask the executive Yuan Chuk Wingtai. News highlights today, 5th, the recall team of Dawen constituencies 1, 4, and 6 sent a second-order joint signature, respectively to recall 48,788 copies of legislator Niu Xuding, 41,137 copies of Wang Meiling, and 33,233 copies of Chu Ruohua. In response to Niu Xuding's invitation to recall the leader Chen Xiaoyi for a public debate, Chen Xiaoyi responded, "Does the return need to be debated? It's called a guest complaint." Niu retorted, accusing Chen Xiaoyi of evading his responsibility to discuss, and questioned why he did not participate in the debate when he had so many signatures to support him. News highlights in the early morning of yesterday, 4, a car accident occurred in Zhongli District, Dawen City, where a man took a friend's car home and collided with a teenager riding a bicycle without a license. Although it was a simple traffic accident at first, some witnesses called the police what it called the case of intimidation, and the police dispatched a combat force to surround the scene. The police searched the vehicle forcefully, opened the door without consent, and got into a verbal altercation with the driver and passengers. Police said that as witnesses reported unsteady driving, an inspection was carried out and no contraband was found. After the incident, the driver and passengers accused the police of verbal provocation and stressed that they did not run away, questioning the law enforcement process. News highlights Chu Yi recently criticized President Li Ching-tak's increasingly crazy behavior, and pointed out that the judicial investigation has launched a search of a number of local party offices of the Kuomintang in the investigation of the death signature case of the general recall. Chu Yi believes that the Central Committee of the Kuomintang is also likely to be the next target of investigation, especially the Organizational Development Department and the Chairman's office. According to Chu Yi, the Secretary General of the local party department has been arrested, and the prosecutor is investigating organized crime and targeting activities related to the Aboriginal Association. News highlights Democratic Progressive Party, DPP, legislator Lin Chunqian refuted rumors that Lai Ching-te would carry out a cabinet reshuffle, stressing that there are no longer enough people to appoint the president, and a cabinet reshuffle is impossible. He pointed out that the focus now is on the general recall, and stressed that there will be no reorganization due to the issue of re-establishment and non-re-establishment, but that the party should be mobilized to meet the challenge. Lin Chunqian also mentioned that Fu Kunking, the general secretary of the Kuomintang caucus, once said that it would be difficult for the DPP to find people, which would make it difficult to elect the president. News highlights according to the April word-of-mouth ranking of county mayors and Internet Thermometer Daily View, Taipei Mayor Chang Wan topped the list with a favorability rating of 0.17, which attracted a lot of attention because of his strong counterattack against DPP lawmakers' questioning and participation in protests. Other people on the list, such as Liu Zhihuan and Zhang Shanzheng, also sparked heated discussions due to political events. According to the analysis, the voice of local chiefs is closely related to the issue of the general recall, and emphasizes that external challenges such as the US-China trade war will have a substantial impact on the election situation. News highlights a husband and wife in Xinying, Tainan, broke out into a fierce conflict on the evening of the 3rd, and the husband, a man surnamed Shen, angrily threw a chair at her because he questioned his wife, surnamed Huang, who came home too late. The wife fought back and stabbed her husband in the left abdomen, causing a 3 to 5 cm stab wound and exposing the intestines of the abdomen. The husband was rushed to the hospital and his condition was stabilized after surgery. The wife claimed that the attack was justified because she was regularly punched and kicked by her husband. The police transferred the case to his wife for investigation on the charge of attempted homicide, and the relationship between the husband and wife fell into a serious crisis. News highlights the 63-year-old Hong Kong king Andy Lau, who has debuted for more than 40 years, recently talked about family life rarely when promoting the new movie Gold Hunting Game. He revealed that his 12-year-old daughter Lu Xianghui had proudly flaunted her father at school and told her classmates, "My dad is Andy Lau." But the classmates did not believe it. Andy Lau said that his daughter did not ask him to prove it, but only thought it was fun. He is also worried that overexposure will trigger, and lamented that fans are of a wide range of ages, from babies to 92-year-olds. News highlights 2025 is close to half, everyone is looking forward to the calendar in 2026, according to the blogger Kai Ge writing program estimates, there will be 7 consecutive holidays in 2026, including the Spring Festival, 2/14 2/19 228, 2/27 3/1, Qingming, 4/3 4/6, Labor Day, 5/1 5/3, Dragon Boat Festival, 6/19 6/21, Mid-Autumn Festival, 9/25 9/27, and National Day, 10/9 10/11. If there is no makeup day, leave tips can also make the vacation work longer. For example, you only need to take one day off during the Spring Festival, and you can take up to 16 consecutive days. News highlights recently, the group Fantasy Boys, which debuted on the Korean talent show Fantasy Boys, has attracted attention because the captain Chong Min-seo is suspected of making distress gestures in public many times, and the health of members Lee Han-suo and Hong Sung-min is also causing concern. In particular, Lee Han-suo once mentioned ear bleeding in his interaction with fans, and although he comforted fans that he was okay, he did not explain the cause of the bleeding, which made the Korean internet and fans worry about the safety and health of the members. News highlights Jolin Tsai released his 15th album Pleasure after 6 years, which will be released in June, and the first single of the same will be released on May 28. The album explores the many facets of desire, with the theme of the 7 deadly sins in literature, emphasizing that desire is both a beautiful and fragile instinct in human nature. In the first wave of visual concepts, Jolin Tsai appears in the form of Medusa Desire Laurel, and the red snake symbolizes temptation and danger. She works as an album producer and is personally involved in songwriter, seeing the creative process as self-healing. Through this album, Jolin Tsai explores the impact of desire on life, from pain to pleasure, reflecting the complex human emotions of desire. News highlights Wang Xiaofei and Taiwanese wife Mandy, Ma Xiaomei, registered their marriage in 2024 and publicly flashed, but her ex-husband Zheng Yangrong recently broke the news that she was intimidated and smeared by Mandy, and accused her of cheating in marriage, and even brought her lover home, causing dissatisfaction among neighbors. Zheng Yangrong provided screenshots of the conversation, showing that the administrator had revealed to him that Mandy often took men home and made unbearable bed screams, and during the conversation, Mandy lost control of her emotions and begged the other party not to force her. The revelations were released in April, and it was not until Wang Xiaofei's ex-girlfriend Zhang Yingying posted a hot search that it attracted attention. Some netizens speculated that Wang Xiaofei and Mandy may have suppressed the news. News highlights in May, the focus is on Labor Day, Mother's Day, and Dragon Boat Festival, and the government will issue 15 subsidies, including the Mother's Best Gift, the National Maternity Payment, which can receive at least nearly 40,000 yuan and will be distributed every Thursday. Labor insurance annuities will also be paid on May 28, with an average payment of 19,000 yuan, benefiting more than 1.87 million people. The application for maternity benefits must be made within 5 years and can be done online or in person. In addition, there are a number of other subsidy programs, including farmers' monthly retirement funds, old farmers' allowances, etc., to help people spend the small fortune of May. News highlights: late at night on May 3, 2023, a serious car accident occurred on the northbound Guanmia Road section of Tainan National Highway No. 3, and a Porsche 718 driven by a 46-year-old man surnamed Huang crashed into the guardrail and died on the spot. The vehicle was badly damaged, the hull was almost gone, and the driver suffered a severe blow to his chest and abdomen, resulting in a tragic death. Before the incident, Huang Nan sent a message to his family saying "go home later," which became his last words before his death. The family was devastated when they received the police notice. Preliminary investigation indicated that the accident may have been caused by overspeeding and thin tread, details of which are still to be determined. News highlights: new research shows that just 8 minutes of anger is enough to have a significant impact on cardiovascular health. The study, led by Columbia University, found that anger triggers a dramatic decline in blood vessel function and increases the risk of cardiovascular disease. In the experiment, the blood vessel function of the participants in the angry group decreased significantly after emotional stimulation, showing that anger was particularly harmful to blood vessels. Physician Liu Boren pointed out that long-term anger may cause symptoms such as high blood pressure and insomnia, and it is recommended to stay calm and learn to think from a different perspective to avoid emotional harm to physical health. News highlights: on the way back to the north in the early morning of the 4th, the portable shrine accidentally rushed into the grass near the Tianho Temple in Daidongzhuang, Wudi, Yuanchang Township, and climbed a 45-degree slope on the side, like a pink supercar turned into an off-road vehicle. The temple said that the Tianho Temple in Daidongzhuang of Wudi plans to build a new temple, and Mazu's trip is to pray and bless, and this incense process will become an important memory for the local area. This incident sparked heated discussions among netizens, and everyone marveled at the adaptability of the sedan car class and the magical power of Mazu. News highlights: Hong Kong star Nicholas Tse's sister Tse Tingting announced the good news of being pregnant with her second child in the community, sharing ultrasound photos and warm photos with her Australian boyfriend. The picture is sweet. Now with a 6-year-old daughter, Sarah, she has faded out of the entertainment industry in recent years and settled in Canada to concentrate on parenting. She also posted pregnant belly photos and fetal ultrasound videos, and shared the picture of her daughter leaning on her belly and interacting with her younger siblings in the womb, which touched fans. News highlights: Zhang Xiaohan shares the transition footage of the Chinese tour Looking for Light, showing himself in 3 parallel worlds, the stumbles of the past, the struggle of the present and the unknown of the future. She specially publicly simulated the appearance of an 80-year-old in response to the outside world's attention to her childlike appearance, admitting that she had struggled with the years, but now she is willing to face aging calmly and cherish the sincerity and support gained in her growth. This sincerity also made fans feel her tenacious and gentle strength. News highlights: director Wang Jing exploded Andy Lau's love history in the program Wang Jing Laughs at the Rivers and Lakes, revealing that he had never watched a whole movie when he was dating Yu Kexin in the past because he avoided the media, and shared that he had heard people with special functions wear ankle rings due to luck problems, and later the White Dragon King persuaded him to discard and lift his head. Wang Jing also mentioned that Andy Lau and Zhu Liqian have a low-key relationship after marriage, with less gathering and more separation all year round, but the family is happy and the daughter is fluent. Andy Lau is extremely self-disciplined in maintaining his image, with almost no scandals, and he once swore to clarify the rumors of broken backs because of his close relationship with male classmates. News highlights: Wang Xiaofei is about to hold a wedding with Ma Xiaomei, Mandy, on May 17, but it was revealed that the woman was accused of cheating in marriage by her ex-husband Zheng Yangrong, and disclosed her identity card to prove that she was once a husband and wife. Zheng Nan provided a conversation with the administrator that Mandy had taken a male friend to spend the night, and the sound of calling the bed was complained by the neighbor. The prosecution previously dismissed the case for insufficient suspicion, which indirectly confirmed the rumors. In this regard, Mandy entrusted a lawyer to fight back, emphasizing that she had not been in contact for many years, while Zhang Lan strongly supported her daughter-in-law, criticized malicious rumors and stigmatization, and whether the wedding was held as scheduled has attracted much attention.